this is what happens when you go on the internet and stuff. These things happen, technical difficulties, and can't talk to people, and things shut down, and it's just a deal breaker sometimes. Mentally exhausted, but if you go through life, you know things happen. It is what it is. It's not personal. It just happens. And hopefully everybody join me. We can finally get this ball rolling. I pray to God this is over with because I can't continue this. This is driving me crazy. I didn't even connect all the different platforms up to this because it's like mentally exhausting now. It's got me to the point I'm like, I'm really just over it. I'm ready to jump in my bed and go to sleep. Can you hear me? Let's try it again. I'm pray to God. Okay, I sent you the invite. I pray to God it's coming on. Okay, can y'all hear me? Please tell me y'all can hear me. Okay, okay, okay. Can you hear me, Booker? Please tell me you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am. I can
Say,
hear you. Can you hear me?
oh, say something again. I think I can hear you.
I said, yes, ma'am. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yours is low. Put your mic up to your mouth or something. I think I can hear you.
I only have my headphones. I don't know. I don't know what else to
I hear
do.
you though, but it's just you're really low. You
Alexa,
may have
turn
to
off
take
living
your
room
mic and
TV. Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you say something, but it's real low. It's real low.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Can't
Nova?
you hear me? Can't you hear me?
Yes, Nova, I can hear you. It's still low
Can't
though
you
for
hear
some
me?
reason. I don't know why it's so
Yes,
low
Nova,
though.
I can hear you.
Can y'all talk a little bit?
Can't you hear me?
I hear y'all.
Can you
Y'all
hear
like
me?
really low though. Is y'all volume turned up or so?
Can't you hear me?
Mm,
Huh? Say something.
I can't. I don't know what's going on. Like, I have.
Okay, wait,
My,
wait. It's me. I just turned my speaker on.
oh, okay.
I can hear y'all. Perfect. Thank God.
We got it.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, beautiful ladies, for we we fought through the storm.
Yes.
So we have our first beautiful woman. In case anybody knows, this is Miss Booker.
Hold on. Hold on.
And
Hold on 1 second, Miss Raven.
huh?
Hold on 1 second. Let me
Okay.
connect my headphone.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
How are you, Miss Booker? How are you today?
I'm I'm good. I wanted to come on here and speak to y'all and the girls and just, talk. I also wanted to talk about how my name maybe um, you know, you guys probably know who Malaysia Booker is. Um, I put that as my name because one, I want to protect myself from being on here to not be targeted, but I also hope that whoever looks up the name Malaysia, hopefully they find this video and it brings some type of awareness or peace or love or even just the messages.
It froze. Really? Really? It froze. Really?
Nova, you got the camera turned off.
Yeah, it's turned off on me too for
You
her.
got your camera turned off, Nova. Go ahead. I'm
But
sorry.
yes, so you can call me Leia. Um,
Leia.
so
Okay,
Leia. And
Leia.
another thing, you guys, Malaysia's name is very similar to my name, and I wanted to pay homage to her, and I really hope that I'm going to do that today, and I hope that the messages, like I was saying, that we all talk about today is something that is going to help someone, you know. So,
Did you
I'm,
know Malaysia?
no, I did not know Malaysia. No,
Do you know the story about Malaysia?
I do. I do.
What happened to her?
Malaysia is 22 years old. She was a trans woman that was beaten. She was killed in
Well, what
Dallas,
happened to her?
Texas.
Let's talk about from the beginning.
Mhm.
What happened to her?
Well, one, she hit a car. Okay. She hit a car. And when she got out, she got beaten up. Okay. She got beaten up all because of a fender bender. Now, when you
No,
get,
this is the thing with Malaysia. Malaysia was in an accident. Someone
mm,
she hit some car. She got out the car and she started walking into the intersection where all the people were at.
Raven,
I
I
don't
can
know
hear
whether
you, but I cannot see you. I don't know what's going on.
you can't see me now.
Oh my goodness, guys.
It is like the ghost. Can y'all see me on YouTube? Can you see me now? Layla,
Leia, I
Leia.
cannot, I cannot see you, but I
This
can
is what
hear
you do.
you.
Take your phone and turn it back and turn it for. You like do the reverse and then bring it back because sometimes it freezes. Because
Yeah,
I can
it
see you.
it is froze on me. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Does this work?
How about now?
Something. Okay, something's happening. I think we're good now. I don't see Nova on here anymore.
But can you see me?
Mm, I can see you
Okay.
like right here in the corner, I think, but it's like a small, tiny box. And I hit the show live button. It is supposed to show the whole live, like with me and you beside of each other, but it does not pop up for me. So I'm just gonna let that roll tonight because I don't know
We're
what's
gonna
going
have
on.
to
Okay.
because
Right. So
this is way out of control for some reason.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I appreciate it. The thing is that with Malaysia it was difficult and stuff. I actually did that story. I
Mhm.
was disappointed in the whole thing, but the thing about it was they brought a lot of awareness to that young girl being attacked out there.
Mhm.
But my problem is when it comes to this, if you as a human being, you don't go and challenge other people to the situation when it comes down to it was the intersection she went to and she was standing there. I guess she was defending herself.
Right.
So, but you have to be mindful and careful because, and I'm not saying just because a woman she is, this we're in a very mean world. And when you
Mhm.
go and stand in the middle of something, I don't want to speak bad ill will about her, you know what I mean? But I'm going to
Right.
use it as a learning experience. But sometimes we
Mhm.
get angry because we're human, and some days we have bad days when we get tired of people messing with us, and we just say, you know what, whatever, let's just go for it. And the thing about it with her was, it was cisgender women who actually came to her rescue, and I think within herself, she had really got to the point where she just gave up. She was tired. She was constantly being attacked and constantly, going through a lot of changes and stuff. You okay over there?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to set up my tripod so I can get all this together. Okay, I think we're good now. But
Yeah,
yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
yeah.
Okay.
It's got yeah,
You
because the
know.
feedback is giving a lot of feedback on this side. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible, and also, you know, um, you and I had a
It
conversation.
shows on my PC now.
You okay, Nova?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
It shows on my PC. trying to use my phone, but it didn't work too well.
Okay. Well, me and Layla, right? Layla?
Laya, Leia.
Leia. Let me write
Yeah.
this down.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Leia. Me and Leia was talking
hmm
about Malaysia Booker.
hmm And it's not just
Layla,
Malaysia Booker. I'm not only coming on here just to put her name and say she's the, the title winner for all of this. She is just a name that relates to me. So I wanted to use it. But like I said, I'm coming on here hopefully that we can all say a positive message about any one of the girls, you know?
well, the thing about it is, even though we can always share positive messages, but we have to understand that
Mm,
there are a lot of girls that do the same thing they did.
right.
And
I
you
walk,
have to be
go ahead. I'm sorry.
and you have to be mindful that a lot of girls are
Mm,
following a lot of these girls that's been murdered trend.
mhm, right.
To them, it's I can't die, I can't be murdered, I can't be killed, and it's horrific because at the end of the day, you can't. And just because he's cute, don't mean he won't kill you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, sometimes a lot of girls feel as though, and I get it, because it's fun, but it's not fun when he pulls out a gun.
I
And a
don't think
lot
there's
of times,
anything fun about it.
well, I get it. The reason why I say I get it is because it's fun to realize that a man is sitting on you, know what you are. So that's fun. And when I say that, that means as far as we're thinking of younger people and the way it moves, we can't police people to what we feel as though they need to do. People are gonna do what they want anyway. So
That's true.
even though I can sit up here and say, I don't want you to do it, but remember that's not my child, and they already got parents
Okay.
already in the ear. They don't want to hear it.
Mm,
So I get it, that is fun, but I always said the message, just because he's cute, don't mean he won't kill you.
right.
And
Okay.
a lot of times, I think the girls feel as though they're so beautiful that they won't be murdered.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the girls should even be trying to trick the people. Honestly, that's how I feel. That's how I'm going to stand. And that's what I firmly believe in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody should trick anybody, but I get it. I don't agree with a lot of things people do, but I get it.
Mm,
I get it, and it's horrific, but I get it. I don't agree with a lot of stuff, trust me. But when I used to stand up and talking to the younger girls and stuff, they said used to tell me once I die out, they don't have to follow my rules. But I don't have rules. My thing was just trying to keep you alive.
mm. And that's what I think is so great about your channel, Raven, is that, you're so honorable and that you speak from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
You tell it how it is and you lay it out to them because that's honestly the way
Yes.
the message needs to be spoken and told.
See, that's the thing with me. And I agree with
Mm,
everything you said, 100%. But see, that's the thing with me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I get to talk to a lot of people.
mm,
Unfortunately, you probably try to talk to people and they don't want to hear it. It's
right.
their way or you could go.
Can't you hear me?
You know, and even, yes, we can hear you, Nova. You want to say something, Nova?
Okay. No, I said you hear me. That's all.
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you. The thing is that I agree with everything you said, but for some
Mm,
reason, when having conversation with younger people, which I get attacked on a lot,
mm,
their whole thing is once I die out, they can do what my thing is you can do what you want anyway, because you're gonna do it anyway. And my whole thing, it gets mentally exhausting because I'm trying to keep you out of the grave, and you're fighting me to get in.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by
So
die out, if I can ask you?
they want me to die so they can do what they want.
I'm not understanding you. Can you be a little bit more specific?
Okay, once I die, they don't have to hear my mouth anymore by keeping them alive.
That's not true because there's news articles and pages that come out. So just the fact that you're not reporting on it doesn't mean that the news is and the coverage isn't getting out there. It's just the fact that there's not a pretty face on YouTube or Haps, crazy Haps, speaking on the topic,
Mm-hmm.
and what happened and actually giving some meaning because one, you come from that experience and you know what it's like, right?
But see, that's the thing. See, I get it. This is the thing with me. I look at everybody's point of view, and with me, I can't judge because I only can judge people from what I've been through. But what I've been through is not what Nova been through or what you've been through. So we all come from different avenues and different experiences. We can have compassion for each other, but it's not each other's story.
Right.
So I don't agree with a lot of things, but I can't make you do what I say do. Because you may have a mother that's going to abuse you, or men that abuse you, a father that abuse you, and here it is a stranger all up in your ear trying to tell you what to do. Like, you know what? I don't want to hear you. Because I listened to the last person, I got myself in trouble. So you try to get in the ear the best way you can.
Okay.
But those are going to listen, and those who won't.
You're absolutely right. Everybody's identity, it seems to be a self-discovery for them. It's like what they believe is
Right.
true to them. Not everybody's story is the same. Not everybody was born blessed or rich with lavish things. Some people, are poor. A lot of people right now are poor and struggling.
I'm
So
poor and
it's
struggling.
definitely, I am too. I am too.
See, I'm poor and struggling. But the thing is that, like, I get it.
agree.
I don't like a lot of stuff. I really don't, which makes me disappear. Especially when, just like you said, when I was telling you about the die out, and I'm like, you're going to say this to me, and I'm trying to keep you alive, and you're offended from me trying to. It's like, why would you say that to me when you got so many people want you dead, but you got somebody's fighting to keep you alive, but you're mad at me for keeping you alive?
People are full of hate. A lot of people are full of hate. People don't want to see people happy.
But see, it's your own.
Okay,
It's the own.
thank you. Okay.
It's
You're
the
right.
own.
It is our own. It's our own. It's trans attacking trans. It's gay attacking trans. It's straight attacking trans, and even more than that.
And it's mentally exhausting to the point where it's like, you know what? Let me just step away from this when y'all can do what y'all want to do. Because, first of all, like I tell people before, I put my face out there. My face is all out there. And don't think that people don't hit me behind the scenes. So my thing is this: while I'm putting myself out there to keep you alive and try to get people locked up for killing other girls, they can come after me.
Okay.
But they don't care about that. So when you sit back and keep watching people showing you they don't care, who looks stupid? Me?
Okay.
I don't think you're stupid at all for posting a video to show that you care, and to show that there was a life here on this earth that meant just as much as everybody else's.
Thank you.
And I agree with you again. But the thing is, like, I'm a real person with a really bad past. And I'm telling you, I will leave it in a minute, because I'm not going to. If you want to get in the grave that bad, let me get out of your way. I understand what you've been through. I don't understand I can have sympathy, but I'm not going to stick around for a lot of things. Even though we could talk about this all day, which we're going to move on because it's going to be a long, and rest in peace, all the people and stuff.
Okay.
Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about this girl that do this new video called DICK, and it's called Nikita Dragun.
Yes.
This one, you know her?
Yes.
I think I've heard. No, I never heard of her. I mean, I never heard of her before. No, I never heard of her.
She made a whole. Yes, she made a whole.
Okay.
I'm gonna send this video over to y'all, to your inbox. I don't know if y'all seen it, but I'm gonna send it to y'all.
I've already seen it.
You've seen it, okay?
Yes,
I'm gonna send it to you, Nova, since you ain't seen it. And
can you post it to the chat so everybody else can see it who has it?
No, I can't because of copyright reasons.
Okay. Basically, you guys, there is a video going around with Nikita Dragun, who basically spoke about dick. Oh wait, can I not say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you just changed. But you get it. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I want
to hear what you have to say about it first before I speak.
This is the thing. Like I said before, I look at everybody's point of view. But this is my thing.
Mhm.
She's outing someone who's been outed before.
Mhm.
Okay. But I understand we're in the world of sales and marketing. She also used a lot of girls. I don't know if they was whether she got their rights to use their pictures of videos, and she put the name up under, the D word.
Mhm.
So for me,
Mhm.
um, I don't know. I don't know if for me myself, I would kind of feel offended if you wouldn't get my permission to put me in a video like this, because you are making a message within whomever your target was. Don't make me a part of your target. Then all of a
I
sudden,
agree.
also it was explained that she used somebody else's body, and also somebody she was in,
Mhm.
uh, in an argument with, and she used her pictures on the video as well. So whether she got the girls' permissions and stuff or not in this video, for me, I just feel as though I understand you want to do your sales and marketing and to get your point out about the DL, and it's all about the D. I get that part.
Mhm.
Okay.
But my thing is this: everybody feels a certain type of way about it. And my personal opinion is when they got to the point where they put D, when they put Marsha P. Johnson, they put the D up there with her name. To me, I just feel as though you're overstepping. You're overstepping because here it is, people that's dying and stuff like that, that's in the fight for a better life, and here it is, you're kind of like making, to me, for sales and marketing, clickbait,
Mhm.
Well, that's what she's known
gaslight.
for. She's basically a culture vulture on social media, and that's how she's
Okay.
created who she is. So
Mhm.
it's not
See,
like
I
it
don't know.
wasn't
Okay.
expected.
I don't know. I really don't know her at all I know is I got the of course I got the. And to be honest with you, I don't care. I really don't. The only thing I have a problem with is that you use an activist and you put them in your videos. People that actually fighting for rights and stuff like that, and you're making like a mockery because you want to attack somebody. Okay, you said Time Girl, Tigger, his name is. Y'all keep
Mhm.
saying he likes the girls. This is the problem I have with that. Did you want to say something, Nova? Nova, did you want to
Can't
say
you hear
something?
me?
Did you want to say something?
Can't you hear
Because we
me?
just
Yes, we can hear
we
you,
can,
Nova. Well, I can.
Can't you hear me?
yes, we
Okay.
can hear you.
I just want to make sure. Okay.
Did,
Personally, you think about it. She is doing just to get her attention for her marketing. She just trying to get attention with her marketing. So everybody can say that, oh, she this and that. This getting all that attraction to her end. But really, think about it. You really think about it. She just like everybody else, just trying to make it okay.
I
it's
see what you're
difficult.
saying. Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
difficult for me. To me, it seems like she's been scarred, she's been hurt, but so we all have.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make her
Okay.
a story about me
Mhm.
because I can easily do that, and I don't. I always try not to do that with anyone. But for me, I don't know much about her. But you said you expressed that this is what she do, so this is not new for her. This is fun.
Mhm.
And then I saw one time I saw another video about her that somebody was saying that's a dude. And she got upset saying, this is what gets me killed. See, which way do you want it? Either you want empathy or you want to attack people. You can't poke the bear and all of a sudden become passive aggressive. How do you
Mhm.
feel about it, Layla?
Leia.
Leia.
I honestly feel like one, exposing people is not right. We all know that, right?
Yeah, you know what? I get it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I see everything. I'm not saying I agree with everything, and I'm sure you get it. Like we get it. You mad, you pissed off, you upset, but
Okay.
it's what you do. It's when you move off those feelings is when you have to deal with it, what you did, because now you're moving off of feelings and not from, you know what I mean. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Layla.
Leia.
I'm
um,
frozen.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say it's just crazy how she's created this platform for herself. Basically, like I said, culture vulturing, it's basically what she's done. She's called out people, she's put
Mm-hmm.
names, pictures, and everything else. She's basically saying that, oh, he did this with me, so look at me, oh, if I can do this, then y'all should be able to accept it. And sometimes it just doesn't work like that. And honestly, to even make a coin off of it and to expose yourself as such, I don't see as respectful or even respectful to your own self. So that's just how I feel.
Right. So Joseph says, I love and appreciate Raven for posting and reporting the trans issues. I live in a different country, so we really don't really get a lot of trans issues. Hey, Joseph.
Yes,
Nikki was
chosen.
this
Yes.
she's too hungry for a clout. Gilbert says true. Hey Daisy. This is the thing with me is that I'm not gonna disrespect her because but wasn't she on RuPaul Drag Race? Was she ever on there?
No.
I watched that.
She was never on there.
Okay.
Why did you ask that, Raven?
Because that's what she looks like. She
what
did
do you-
to me, she doesn't look like she's trying to be authentic. She seems to me more like I'm looking for
approval.
No, it's something else. What's this thing when people do things for shock value? Shock value.
That's called clout. That's because she wants clout from all the stuff that she posts. It's for clicks and views and likes and follows, basically.
Okay. Yep. Okay. When y'all younger than me, so you have to teach me. But to me, I always call it like shock value. Like I'm gonna do something to shock you. I'm gonna shock you with this. I'm gonna shock you with that. Like I'm gonna just do things just to, get it going. Which is, to each his own. Which is sad.
Can you speak a little bit more about? You said that she physically looks like she should be on RuPaul, like her physical.
No, I said no. When I see her, she looks over exaggerated. Like I'm just like I am right now. Like I'm like a little exaggerated.
How are you exaggerated?
She's like over like makeup because I don't do makeup and stuff. So
I don't have on any makeup.
Right, but see, but she's over exaggerated to me. When I see her, she does the most. And I'm not knocking it. Listen, whatever works for you, go for it. Mm-hmm. But I thought she came from the RuPaul Drag Race because she saw herself a drag.
No, I think you're thinking of Carmen Carrera or who else? Peppermint or some of the other girls from RuPaul. I think you may be thinking about them.
No, not at all. Because when I see her, she calls herself Nikita Dragun. Mm-hmm. What woman calls herself a dragon?
I think that's just for her followers, what they call her, kind of like what Beyonce and her followers.
No. It's the difference between calling yourself a dragon and a name. A dragon. If I call myself a monkey, if I call myself a bear, then these things are lines or something. If I call myself a dragon, and certain things you shouldn't put, or if you call myself a brick, or you have to. And to me, my personal opinion, she does everything in reference to the drag queen. And first, I don't really care if that's what her image or her thing. Go for it. I don't know anything anybody do. Go for it. The only problem I have with it is that she's using other people's image that I know probably wouldn't want their name or pictures used. Not even just pictures, she used the videos of them. And she had them, and I get it now. Okay. So this has been an education.
Hear me, Raven?
Go ahead.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you could hear me because my screen froze. I look like a stick figure. What I wanted to say is that I understand what you're saying, but I also think that the reason why she plays up this character for her so much is because she wants to pile on the makeup, pile on the customized outfits that are tailored and made for her because she is one blessed and she's She's very fortunate,
Okay,
you know. So let's
girl.
let's call it how we see it and how it actually is. You know, she does all of
Okay.
this to create videos, to get controversy, to get talks,
Mm-hmm.
to get everything, everything. And honestly, I don't even think this topic is necessary because everybody has already been over this. And, you know, it's like, honestly, it's old news. And I'm not even going to bring up the Tyga situation and the things that I've heard. But I mean, it's just old dirt, old news to me. So it's just, what can you do? It's not like she's going to change. And if she does, it's going to take some time.
Okay.
Okay. How about you,
And,
Nova?
and honestly, I feel like this. She could be honest with herself. You know, studies on them, doing all the steps. She could be honest with herself. You know,
Okay.
so front like she all that, but you know.
I can't hear you, Nova. Yours is like breaking up for me.
Uh-huh. Could you?
Okay, I can.
Could you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, there we go. Okay.
there was another
What about say? Well,
pastor.
uh-huh.
It was a girl named Pooch Johnson, 25 years old. She was murdered in Louisiana
Uh-huh.
on August the 24th. The coroners identified they mentioned her. It seems like the police said she had a gunshot wound to her head. Autopsy has been ordered. They have the tips numbers in case somebody. I didn't do this. 25 years old. Of course, she was misgendered, and the police was called at 5:15 a.m. on a Monday to check a car parked in their house. I wonder if I did this story
Pooch
on Linwood
Johnson.
Road in Shavonport, Cedar Grove neighborhood. Respondent officer found inside of a car. I may have done this story. This sounds very familiar. Um, it's so weird because sometimes it got different pictures and everything,
Hmm.
but I don't remember doing this. But
I
maybe I
don't.
have. When you do a certain amount of deaths at a certain period of time, you kind of forget the lineup. Um, they have been informed with
Go on
Daisha,
YouTube and talk about because he is.
Daisha, Monet,
Uh-huh.
TWOC, trans woman couple is murdered this week in Chicago. This story is reported on September the 7th.
All that
Um,
bitch come too. Oh wow. They can't hit that hit home, Raven. Raven, they hit home. They hit home. They hit home.
yeah, and she was murdered allegedly. I don't. She was murdered and stuff. Chicago. This is story is reported on September the 7th.
Ah,
I don't know if they have
why
his
didn't I go to Fox News?
uh
Why didn't they put that on Channel Fox News or Channel 9
I
News?
haven't even seen nothing. She has a fake persona. Everything is very extra. I'm not going to lie. She has no feminine essence in her face. She says she's a number one and first pop star. Yeah,
Raven, are you talking about Pooh Johnson?
yeah. I talked to yeah. That was the first girl.
Oh, okay.
Pooh Johnson, 25 years old, trans woman of color, in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
That's Pooh
Okay.
Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Raven, that's that. I mean, that's to me. I mean, for me, that's personally hit home. I mean, for me, that's personally hit home, and also, if they really sit down and analyze the transgender brain, they think that they actually that's the whole brain. Actually realize that, and that whole thing, they have more understanding where everything they just don't care. That thing is, I'm like, you think about it, you think about it, we all gonna die. They're saying we all gonna, we all going to the grave. So I mean, like, what is the point? What is the point? Someone just trying to, just trying to, just trying to make you upset for nothing.
It's sad because, when it comes to these stories and stuff, we need our sisters to tell their story. And unfortunately, a lot of them been silenced. And like I said, I don't know what traumas any of them have gone through, or what gets them there, because every girl's deal with pain and trauma differently. And it's horrible. For me, I always feel like a girl gets murdered because when it's in the house, it's somebody she trusted, in my opinion. I feel as though somebody who said, I'm not like other dudes, give me a chance. And then I don't know, she got killed. Who got killed in the parking lot? So I think I did this story though. I think Raven, that's what Raven meant. Exaggerated. She was the biggest girl. So, it's just really, is Layla okay? She looks teary-eyed. Are you okay, Leia?
Yes.
You okay, Leia?
I'm just
You
tired
okay,
of hearing
Leia?
all of these
Are you
sad
okay?
stories.
Cause being for me, I know how I feel like I know how you feel like. That's like, cause I know how you feel like. It's a shame that it's a shame people want to hurt other people thinking it's okay. That's not okay. If you got your we'll call you your spirit guide.
Your phone went out nowhere. This is the thing.
Uh, using my.
I don't like talking about that.
I don't either. I really don't. But honestly, like I said, Raven, it's important for these names to get out there because it's just, who else is going to find out?
Switch to my phone to get more.
I think your phone is messed up, Logo. But this is the thing about it.
I'm gonna stay here.
This is the thing about it is.
I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna go to my pick. I'm gonna cancel out of here. Could you hear?
Yeah, I can hear. Okay. Okay. This is the thing about is
it better?
Huh? Your phone is breaking up, Nova. Let me see something here. Shake my head. I think our trans sisters get murdered because the men we date are either toxic or an ex just hate to see us. You know what's sad about that, Nika? You know what's really devastating about that? This is the thing about it with the girls and stuff. You meet a guy, which is like in so many different ways. It could go so positive and so great. I just think within ourselves we have to be so strong. We have to find strength from nowhere. We have to act like we've never been hurt. We have to act like we have superhuman strength. We have to act like we're always happy. We can't have attitudes. We can't be mean. We can't have feelings. If we say anything that's about feelings, somebody gets upset. A man will tell us, I want to be with you. I want to make you wifey. Give me a chance. I'm not like other dudes. You give him a chance. Finally, after he's been asking you for months, you do something with him. You his first time. Now he goes home. He's asking himself, is he gay? He's questioning his sexuality. Now he's looking at different women. Is you one? Is you one? Now his mind is all messed up. Now remind you, he is the one who asked you to be with him. Now he comes back. He feels as though if you didn't look that way, he would have never done it. Now he's acting like he's been tricked. Now he's acting like you basically molested him. Now he changed the whole thing around. and then you get murdered because he has
Can you hear
triggers.
me okay?
I can hear you,
Can't you hear me
Nova.
okay? Okay, okay, perfect. Okay.
So it's just different. Okay, somebody says, Joseph says, so what you're saying, she's blessed because she got more money, other girls and get surgeries. Hey Layla, okay, Layla. So what about the other girls who doesn't have surgeries or amount of money? She ain't blessed, ridiculous. Shaking my head, I think you're trying to say, okay. Shaking my head. This is the thing. This how I see it. Every girl has a different story. Every girl comes to everybody on their own testimony, documentary,
Mm-hmm.
and
Hmm.
you never really know what they've been through. Watch the girl that's the quiet girl, because she suffered so much that people have shut her down, so she stopped talking. And the one thing you don't want to do with anyone is shut them down from talking, because then they're gonna start making things in their mind exist. They're gonna start putting pieces together, which may not be accurate, but in their mind they don't want to hear anything. You okay, Layla?
Yeah,
Lately,
Leia.
Let's
Leia,
trying to get this
Yeah. Um,
what's the matter?
loading.
You seem to be done drifted away from your mama.
I'm just like all of this, and like honestly, to tell you the truth, you guys, I didn't start speaking up about trans issues like this until not recently, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as a single person, um, I should be able to speak out. I should be able to express how I feel.
Okay.
One, because this is a free country, and
Right. Thank you.
not
Okay.
only that, but like you said, Raven, you should be able to get on YouTube. You should be able to make these videos. You should be able to, let the message get out for people to hear. And the fact that people even have a problem with you doing that just upsets me. It does.
Are you an empath? Oh, girl, this ain't the video for you. You an
No,
empath.
because
This ain't the video
honestly,
for you.
honestly, Raven, I have gotten to the point where I'm tired of crying about it. I'm tired of being the one who has to suffer in silence and, not say anything, not speak up, not
I can
be
tell.
heard. Because honestly, for the past 7 years during my own transition, I have been quiet. I've been listening. I've been taking everything in. I've been sitting here letting everything grasp around me while I flourish and I create myself and like build myself up to who I am. And I set my
Mm-hmm.
values in me. And it's like, it just hurts me. It just hurts me a lot that I see all of this all the time. And it's like, no one gives a fuck.
The thing is, as an empath that you are, that means you can't
Mm-hmm.
watch a lot of things. And that goes back to what I just said about suffering in silence. Because when you try to have a voice and say something and everybody shuts you down, you stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Hmm.
the worst thing you could do. Remember we was having a conversation, I think we was on Instagram, and I said you get to the point where it's like I'm a real person, but who cares? I have feelings, but who cares? So let me just separate myself from this situation because I'm tired of putting myself out there, and the whole narrative is who cares. So which kind of makes me play for you a little bit. It's like I said, I don't make anybody stir about me. I feel as though, in my personal opinion, when I see you, you're the kind of person, in my opinion, I'm just gonna tell you, it may make you mad.
Hmm.
I feel as though you're the kind of person who analyzes things, you watch things. I feel as though you've been let down. I feel as though nobody really wants to hear what you to say. I feel as though you have to scream or show a little anger for people to finally listen to what you have to say. I also feel as though a lot of things you say you feel misunderstood and no one really understands where your anger comes from. I feel as though you've been let down. I feel as though you've been tricked. I feel as though there's trauma. that you never got rid of because you're still bringing it with you. And even though you feel as though you've gotten over it, there are certain triggers that make it comes back up again. But I could be
Honestly,
wrong.
Raven, it's the fact that people want you to be emotionless. Literally, all extents of the word. They want you to be completely emotionless. It's like they don't care how you feel. They don't care that when you were a little child and you got picked on as a, growing up, it's like they don't care. They don't care that you suffered with things in the past and that it's made you out to hate, people right now in the world. It's like, honestly, you're right. I am an empath because there's a lot of people that I care for, and I care for my sisters. And not only my sisters, but also my brothers. Because, like I said, you guys, it isn't just about the trans women, it's about everybody. It's about equality, it's about the gays, it's about the lesbians. My mom is a lesbian, okay? And I feel like I have just as much right as everybody else on my Facebook that gets on there and comments and posts and just retweets whatever the heck it is, all kind of crazy mess. And if they can do that, then why can't I get on there and just express how I feel or support what I believe in? Because as a child, when I grew
Mhm.
up, I was told that I need to stand up for what it is that I believe in and what is right. And that's what I'm doing from now on. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the men, one,
Mhm.
and I'm tired of everybody else
Okay,
that
me
sits
too.
there and say that we are not who we are. I'm sick of it.
Mhm.
So, but see, this is the
I
thing
feel the
with me.
same
I want
way.
to ask you this question: what point, what part of your life where you shut down? When you just that was
I
it?
shut I shut down the day that I started my transition in 2015 because that was the shutdown. That was the statement for me. That was the moment where I get to start living true for who I am and stop letting everybody else with their opinions and their comments try to judge me. I was
Okay,
also judging
Thank,
myself.
thank you, God.
let me
Thank you.
rephrase
Thank
that.
you.
Um, when you said shut down, because remember, is in order for something to shut down,
Mhm,
something had to start.
mhm,
So you started the transition. So what
mhm.
made you? What was the last straw that made you shut down? Is what I'm asking. Because from
Okay,
my
I see what you're
personal
saying.
opinion,
Mhm,
even though you started a new life, you still bringing that
mhm,
with you.
mhm.
Like you may have
I
divorced it, but you still seem to keep the papers with you. You haven't really got rid of the papers and burnt them. You're pulling it with you.
that
I
said that
think.
last part about birth and who?
Huh?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Sorry. What were you saying
No,
about birth papers?
I no. There was just an example. Now I was saying, no, I'm saying, in order for you to live, somebody had a part of you had to die. But in
Mhm,
order for that part to die, you get to the point where enough is enough.
mhm,
What was the part that made enough enough? It's okay for enough to be enough and say I'm gonna leave it, but to me, in my personal opinion, you still brought it with you, even though you brought the new girl up, but you brought the pain with the new girl to come up with. Instead of letting her be a clean slate where she could start a whole night new, and just things, you brought that part with you.
mhm.
And even
Honest,
though, God,
okay. Honestly, Raven, there's nothing that I have brought with me. All I have gained from my experience is lessons learned. And I feel like that is what has basically made me who I am today. It's basically instilled everything that I have seen, the women that I was raised up around, the toxic masculinity that I was around has made me be the person that I am today and the person that is no longer afraid to speak up and speak out. And to go back to what you were saying, what really drew the straw for me was I had a job and I was a server at a very nice um, golf resort. And I was being bullied. I was being bullied. People were telling me, you look like a girl. People were telling me, you just might as well be a girl. Why do you act so feminine? You might as well just do it. And I've been hearing things like that all my life, you know.
Did you
And
hear
when I
me?
had this, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Intermission.
um, But yeah, like I'm just gonna say this. I'm at a place now where I'm finally able to speak up and speak out. I'm at a place now where I am safe. I have people in my life that love me, that are my family, and I also have people in my life that are not family who have went above and beyond, and I mean absolutely above and beyond what my own family has done for me. And I want to speak on that more, but I honestly feel like I don't want to put too much of my own life out there because it's not about me. And that's why I didn't put my name on this app because my name has no relevancy because Malaysia Booker and everybody else who has passed, their names are way more important than mine. But the words that
Mm-hmm.
we are speaking today is definitely what's important. It's not about my struggles in my past, and I'm more than welcome to open up to you guys. Clearly I'm on here, so it's like, but that's just how I feel. I'm definitely, I don't bring any hatred. I've been in therapy for the past 7 years, every 2 weeks on Wednesday. It's like I've been here, done that, read this book, and I've closed it, and I'm already on another chapter on another book, and I'm just ready to tell the
Mm-hmm.
tale. So I just feel like we all need to be accepting of one another. We all bleed the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well,
just how I feel.
to me, only problem I have with that statement is that you said you use her name because yours is not that important. To me, your name is very important. Is more important. No offense to the Booker's family, but your name
Mm-hmm.
is very important. For me, for you to take a back step, I get it for the as far as the conversation. To me, your name should be there or lay, not her name, only because you are important. You are the leader of the next flock of people that's gonna be looking at you from behind. I understand what you were saying in reference to bringing awareness, but for me, you are important and should be pushed to the back and somebody else's name in front. This is my opinion. Because you have a storyline and you have the testimony and whatever you could bring can help somebody else and what you've been through. Even though you may not agree with it or not, but a lot of stuff that you've been through, in my personal opinion, you call it life lessons. And that says a lot there. That says a
Because it
lot.
is. It's
Yeah, but
life
that's
lessons.
but you said it's lesson. But see, this is the thing with me, and I don't know. With your energy I get from you, it just seems like something's there. Something's definitely there. I don't want to touch on it because I'm not sure, and I don't want to make up things what I think. But I definitely know you're guarded, and I definitely feel as though something is more there. And maybe
Well, like,
I'd rather talk about that behind the scenes. You know what I mean? What we could, you know what I mean, instead of, you know what I mean. But I'm just saying something is more there.
well, like
It's
I
a
said, I'm sorry.
no, I was
Mm-hmm.
saying it's a trauma to me when I see something there. And I'm not saying bring it out here, you know what I mean? Behind the scenes, yes, here, no. But I'm saying something is more there, in my opinion.
Well, I want to first say that I don't feel as though there's trauma. I feel as though there's more healing that I can do. And I feel like not only for me and myself, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
healing needs to be for everybody else. We all need to heal from
I
this,
agree.
you know? And not only just healing in the murders and all that, but what about the cost of this stuff, you guys? $30,000?
Okay.
$30,000 to go through almost kind of the surgeries you'd like to get just here in the US alone? Like, don't you think that's just a little bit too extreme, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you deflected the whole thing to someone else, right? We were talking about you, but I'm gonna just let it go.
It's not about,
You said
honestly, you guys, it's not about me. It's not.
it is about
I
you,
am just one
a
voice
big
that wants to be
voice,
heard. That's
a big
it.
voice.
Mm-hmm.
But see, this is the thing about it. You saying you one voice, and it's not about me. But it's got to be about you. If you saying you got a voice, you can't say I don't have a voice. It's not about me. I just got a voice. That's what I'm saying. It's conflicting things here. We'll talk about it behind the scenes, but it's something more if you allow me to. And if not, you're not ready. That's fine too. If If you say no, I don't want, that's fine too. I have no problem, because I always feel like this, in my opinion. Let people get there at their own time. They don't get
Mm.
there when you say get there. You can introduce them to something and make them time to think about it. And I say, you know what? Maybe I need to look at it. But just because you're telling them, don't mean they're supposed to do it because you're saying it.
Mm.
And I have to learn it within myself. A lot of things I have to sit back and listen. And I go to
Mhm.
my younger siblings, like y'all. Y'all teach me a whole lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't front like I know everything, because I don't. Y'all call me out on stuff, and I have to listen. I may not be happy with what you're saying, but me as an
Mhm.
older person, I had to learn to hear people and stop feeling so like, oh God, here they come from me. Or I have to protect myself. Okay, now I gotta watch you. Because now, due to the fact of my past experiences, I don't know how you're gonna come at me. So what I had to do to heal myself was say,
Mhm.
I hear you. Let me get some time, and I'm gonna think about it.
Mm.
But that's just me.
Y'all,
Hey,
I have a friend who is in their 60s, who is trans,
Mhm.
who has been trans for quite some time and has been through a lot. And I feel for this person because they have watched me flourish, get lavish things,
Mhm.
get things that I didn't even know that would come to me, you guys. And it
Mhm.
happened for me. But yet I see her and she watches it all. She's seen it all and she's stuck by my
Mhm.
side. And it's the fact that she's not able to reach her goals like I was. And the fact that she's already in her 60s and I'm only 27, y'all. And it's the fact that she just isn't able or financially willing to be able to afford and do some of the things she wants to do. And like I said, you guys, $30,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah. Mhm. It is.
so
Mhm.
let me ask you something. Like, so the Anthony says that Raven, please stop browbeating this lady and just converse. Nobody wants to be analyzed on air. So I'm analyzing you. Do you feel like I'm analyzing you? Like,
No, I feel like you are pushing the boundaries of the questions from me to get out there to the people because that is honestly what needs to be heard. And if I have to tell the story or if I have to get it out there, then that's fine. And I do not feel as though you're being any type of way disrespectful to me. So if you guys can please respect Raven and this platform for her that she invited me on to even just speak, I greatly appreciate that.
Thank you.
because someone feel like
Thank
I'm,
you.
I guess I'm torching you. I don't know. I'm just this big old
No.
mean person. I had been three for years. Let me see. Um, I had three eating 50 years in school. I graduated several PTS, fear of men. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Daisy. PTSD.
Mhm.
It's we all go to different traumas and stuff like that and stuff. It's
Yeah.
different. Like I said, it's traumas, traumas and stuff. You know what gets me? This is the thing with me. Now I'm going to go off topic. Now this is one of my traumas. Um, this is the thing with me. And forgive me if I sound a little bit like a bee, but this is the thing with
Mhm.
me. When I invite people on to the
Mhm.
platform to have a conversation, I don't tell them to spill the beans or make them be like their targets or make them feel like I bring them on to attack them. That's not what I do. Now I understand how sometimes people just want to look for they're looking for the mistake instead of hearing the message. I get it. But the thing about it is that I do create a platform where I try to let people get their voices out there because I do believe that everybody in this world has people watching behind the scene that haven't shown up yet. I don't
Right.
bring anyone up here or attack them or make them feel like they're less than. And when I feel as though certain things I don't want to analyze or talk to in front of everyone, I'll say, listen, we will talk about things behind the scenes. I don't say, oh, you need to tell us all right now. What is your problem? That's combative. Now I'm all on. I'm being very disrespectful to her. And I said this time thousands of times. I tell people, everybody has their own story. I cannot make my story her story or the other girl's story. Every girl is different. Every girl gets there differently. In order to have a conversation with people, there's other people watching that really don't know. And every girl, and I appreciate you two for these beautiful women help. The other girls don't know. And these two beautiful women got up here to give a voice for girls who can't do this. A lot of people can't do what they're doing. A lot of people can't stand in front of a camera. A lot of people are afraid. And these beautiful women got up here in the forefront, and they're just sharing their stories. And maybe somebody's going through something. Stop looking for the mistake and stuff.
Right.
Y'all, you can't. You're so busy looking for the mistake, you can't even see the message. These two beautiful women didn't even have to come up here, and they
Okay.
came up here, and they sharing different things. So you're so busy looking for something wrong. She didn't have to come. Neither one of these girls had to come. I personally asked them, did they want to come up here?
Actually, you guys, I asked Raven if I could come on here, and she allowed me to. Sorry.
And actually, Raven, that I appreciate. I appreciate you because when I first started coming out, learning about myself, and all over my side, I saw your channel on YouTube. Then I started, I started about myself. Okay, okay, yeah, she's right. She's right. She's right. I started analyzing myself. I started the channel like, yep, all that.
Yeah, I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes. I don't bring everybody to the forefront and have a little conversation with them behind the scenes, which everyone knows I do. I'm sure you probably knew that too. I'm going to get your name wrong. You already know it later. So
Okay.
the thing is, like, I talk to girls behind the scenes, and I don't share with y'all what I talk to
Yep.
them because behind the scenes. Regardless, these two beautiful women are my baby sisters, and I have to protect them. And what I share with them is behind the scenes. It won't be shared here. But when I share different things, when I tell them, I say, listen, you don't have to answer it right now. Just think about it later. I had to do it. People used to tell me so many things on point about me that I want to hear it. No. But when I sit down and say, you know what? Okay. Sometimes people could see you better than you can see yourself. And I take everybody's words and I put it to play. Sometimes it's realistic. Sometimes it's just pure meanness. But open up when you're ready. Exactly, Chose. That's what I say. Maybe I could come on and accept. Sure, you could come on. And I tell anybody, come on. I don't attack anybody. I don't know what these two girls are going through in life. I don't know what they're going through, but they don't. I'm not bringing them up here to make it miserable. I want them to let them know it's cool with me. When they hit me up in my inbox, I answer them back. And I was like, okay, come on, we can do it. And to be honest with you, it wasn't for Layla.
Leia.
I'm gonna get it right, girl. Just work with me, honey.
Like the Princess Leia, kind of like that, but not
Princess. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you gotta work. Sometimes you gotta be the old rogue. So okay, Leah. So the thing is, like, I wasn't even gonna come on live because I just kind of felt like I needed more mental time alone. So Princess Leia, she came up there and told me, if I wanted to come, and I said fine. I didn't want to come up here, and a lot of people, and not just her, hit me up. It was a couple other people hit me up. Some people who transition, some people who are finally feel they can live in their truth. They hit me behind the scenes too. I still wasn't coming up here. I just wasn't. I just didn't feel as see. That's the thing about going live. You have to be prepared for everything. And sometimes you don't want to hear it. I'm still a human being, and I fall down more than most. Raven, what are their names? Malaysia Booker, isn't? And the thing is, that's it. So I have wanted you to come. So how do you feel about this is the next subject. How did you? I didn't know you was an empath. So forgive me. I started to pick it
No,
up now.
please.
So you good or go on? Let me know.
Girl, I am good. Let's go.
Okay. Because I know how impact,
Mhm.
it's, we take
Okay.
things really, Nova, we take things
Yeah.
really bad.
Mhm. Yep. That's true. That's
Okay.
true.
We'll, we'll start crying and, it depends on which day you get us because we can mess
Right.
with us, honey.
Okay.
You ain't gonna get the
Mhm.
impact. But let's move on to the next one. Caitlyn Jenner running for governor. She lost California. So a lot of people have went out and said that she seemed to have forgotten she was a trans woman, and she started living in her cisgender privilege as you know what? I'm not going to misgender her.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, so how do you feel about how do you feel about her in transition period? I'll start with you, Nova, and I'll go to
I
Leah.
mean, long as she happy with herself, long as she realize who she are as a person, long as she happy with herself, long as the person happy with themselves and they're not hurting another person, they good.
how about you, Leah?
How do I feel about Caitlyn Jenner transitioning? Is that the question?
Yes, after she transitioned, how do you feel about all the antics that she supports now that she transitioned?
Mm, I feel like she has definitely.
If you
I
don't
feel
want to
like
talk about it,
no, 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 no. I definitely want to talk about it. I just feel as though she's
oh,
definitely entitled. She's definitely
Mhm.
feels as though, her voice gets to be the bigger picture for our community. And she's sitting here being the spokesperson for all this politics. And it's like, I don't know. It seems like the world hasn't wrapped their head around her and, period. So it's kind of like you're kind of setting yourself up to be your own target, which she's been for the past few
Mhm.
years. So,
I think, in my personal opinion, I feel as though when it comes to Caitlyn, my personal opinion, I don't feel as though she was ever trans. I feel as though she was a cross dresser. And I feel as though she was misinformed because she likes to wear women clothes and someone said to her, "Oh, so you're trans." Because as soon as you put on a dress, you're trans. You put on lipstick, you're trans. You put on makeup, you're trans. You put on a wig,
Mhm.
everything is trans. And this is not what my personal opinion. I don't feel as
mhm,
though that's what she was. She likes to wear the material. There are a lot of men who are straight, some gay, or
Mhm.
mostly straight men. They love to wear women's clothes underneath their
Mhm.
clothes. And my personal opinion, Caitlyn was a person who likes to wear women's clothes because she likes to wear the material feels on her body, and they said
Mhm.
she was trans, and she transitioned, and she
okay.
still kept the mental mind of a cisgender,
Mhm. I know. Mhm.
So the thing is, when it came down to trans issues, she seemed to have separated herself from it completely. When it came down to the sports, she was like, if you wasn't born a biological woman, you shouldn't be competing against women as far as race. And I wouldn't, to me, if it was a straight person saying it, I get it. But due to the fact that they decided to push you to the forefront, and I feel as though she's kind of like the target because they kind of know she's going to go against the grain. So they kind of use that
Mhm.
to play for her. And she says exactly what they want her to say.
Mhm.
All I'm
I
going to
agree.
say is she has definitely gone through some trans experience. We have to give her that. She's definitely gone through some
Mhm.
surgeries. She's definitely stepped into the unnorm of being born a male and putting on the
Mhm.
female clothes and doing the whole charade. So it's like, do I have respect for her? Yes. Do I want to get on here and speak badly about her name? No. Am I going to speak badly about her to lift me up? No. But it's just I kind of know basically, I've been through some hard stuff with this transition, you guys. Some of this stuff is very costly and it's a lot of upkeep. And the fact that she even went through that, that speaks a lot of volumes, but it's what you're going to do after that. It's what you're going to do, you know, when you do all of this to your body. It's like, okay, well, now you're you. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to go on the news and speak for politics and speak out of your mind like you're freaking crazy? You know?
Do you want
And,
to say?
yeah, and also, I feel like this. I mean, they're speaking positive, they're speaking politics. She should explain to she should like she should like talk about the surgery and stuff like how how, how it works and stuff. She could like talk more about her transition and like inside her mind. Because like it's like why you about politics? You should get that person more information about how the transition works, how it goes. Cause you think about it, with us, we expensive. Think about it, we expensive, okay? We have to pay laser, and they pay laser, and then and then we put to figure out do we have money to get the general surgery? Or if we don't have it, we gotta figure out which insurance is gonna pay for it. Then you gotta figure out which is gonna do it. It's like people not thinking about some people not thinking about some like don't give people information how to go through a process. It's just like saying that what I'm trying to say.
I will say that I think a lot of the hate from Caitlyn does come with the politics, yes, and also trying to speak out for the transgender community in her own
Hmm.
head. But I just feel like, I don't know, she's just a character to
Too
me.
much, too much.
Well, to me, this is my thing. This is my thing. When it comes to Caitlyn, and that reason why I brought her name up because there's more Caitlyns out there.
Hmm.
And the thing about it is, if you close your mouth, how are people gonna get fed? If you don't
Right.
teach people
Okay.
if you don't teach people what's going on, another man that feels as though
Thank you.
he puts on a dress and a wig, he's trans. Now all of a sudden he's sleeping with other women. He's basically going to the women's room to get his rocks off the look of women. Because at the end of the day,
Okay.
he was told he was a trans. No, you are a cross dresser. You like to dress up as a woman at nighttime for kicks, for sexual kicks, and put your stockings on and have a sexual pleasure. That's how I feel when it comes down to Caitlyn. I don't see her as far as because her issues are very much different than many other people's issues. She separated herself from everything as far as the LGBTQ. She feels like they want to get married on the Ellen DeGeneres show. When you are a person that's living in your truth, it is not a play. You may not agree on a
Hmm.
lot of things that
Thank
people
you.
do, but the thing about it is, when you have other people that's living thinking that this is what I am because this is what she did that I did, and it's not
Hmm.
true. And that's why people start committing suicide. Because they
Right.
was told
Okay.
something wrong, they got their whole body done, and now no woman wants to be with them because now they go transition to be a woman, and it was never a woman. Now they detransition, now they on drugs, now
Hmm.
they high, because they was never trans. And this is the thing of miscommunication, misinformed. Did she go to somebody that was in the community? I do not know. But for my personal opinion is, I think I even saw something. She asked herself, was she really trans? She even questioned her own sexuality.
I want to
Because she
ask
did.
this question. I'm sorry, Raven.
Uh,
I want to ask this question. Do you guys think
Hmm.
that Caitlyn would be getting the bashment and the harassment and everything else that she gets, I'm sure even till today, if maybe she didn't
Hmm.
transition later on in life, maybe if it's she didn't have such a deep voice and spoke in such a masculine way, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Is like it's just it seems as though people have put
Hmm.
her physical image of what a trans person is supposed to look like. It's like, oh well, she's not trans enough because she's not pretty. It's just like I understand where they're coming from, but you got to give it to her, girl. I mean, she's done a lot. I mean,
No,
her
you have to
family
give it
has
to
done
her
a
that way.
lot. I'm gonna give her the utmost respect because not
Yes.
Mhm.
only do I feel as though she has done a lot for herself, I just feel as though she needs to do a little bit more for our community and stop fucking with these
I
damn
agree with that part.
politics.
I agree.
Well,
Mhm.
I
I
don't
agree.
give her the
Definitely
utmost
agree.
respect because
Mhm.
I don't give her the utmost respect because at the end of the day, I have over 3,000 some videos and stuff. I got dead bodies all over my page. And at the end
Okay.
of the day, when you sit up there talking about some, they should be doing this, they should be doing it, and you're
Right.
saying that you are a part of it, but you sit and shoot it down. So I don't respect her. I
Mhm.
will never respect her. And my thing is this is that when I'm sitting up there doing the stories on these dead bodies, all you doing is showing up getting paid for it.
Right.
So
Okay.
just
Thank
like
you.
she became woman of the year, and she wasn't even a woman for a year yet. You got all these activists out here doing the dirty work, and here that she walks straight to the through the front line. That you can and I'm not disrespecting. That's how you feel. That's okay. But I like to do with facts. If I'm sitting up
Well,
there watching
Raven,
somebody, go ahead.
sorry. I was just gonna say I'm from the South. This is the way that I was, raised to respect
Mhm.
everyone. It doesn't matter your gender, your choice, how you live your life. It's basically about respecting that person. You don't have to agree with what it is they believe in, but basically, I have respect for anyone
That's fine.
because
I don't.
that's just how I feel.
I don't. If you're not going to sit on a platform for me and fight for me when I got my little baby sisters and brothers underneath a bridge being murdered and killed, and everything else, God forbid, got to sell their body, sell their soul to order to live, while you sit up there
Right.
and get your
Mhm.
helicopter and fly away and still just talk about some your hardest problem is you don't want to look like a manager. Who cares about that? My thing is that people actually dying out here in the street, but you're the only one that's getting
Okay.
awards and you're the only one getting the accolades while we're sitting out here dying. I don't respect you. Then you sit here and you separate yourself from us, and then when you want to pull us back in when you want to need us, and then throw us back away again. You don't want us in the sports. You don't want us in this. You don't want us in that. You feel as though you're born about it. I don't respect you to be someone that's got my back when you show me that you don't have my back. You don't have to pee on me and then tell me it's rain. I know what it is. It's piss. I don't respect nobody who don't respect me.
And Raven,
I
you
don't.
have that right.
I don't. And my thing is this is that I separate myself from her because my thing is this is that when I'm the one sitting up here doing all these deaths, these little girls being murdered and killed and stuff like that, where is she at? She got a platform.
Nowhere to be
She
found.
needs to,
Hmm.
where is what's the other girl name? The real pretty one. What's the with the blonde hair? Gigi Gorgeous. Where all these girls at?
Mhm.
Why these girls aren't using their platforms and they got the more accolades, they got more value, and like the dragon, they got more value. They can sit there do the same thing I do, but they won't do that. I get overlooked, but I do the work. I get restricted from doing the work, but I do the whole clown stuff and make fun of people and go after people. They get the accolades, while I get to do the hard work and stuff like that. Very much unappreciated. And my thing
Okay,
is
I
this:
want to stop you there. I want to stop you there, Raven, because the fact that you feel that way about yourself really hurts me.
I am
It really
unappreciated.
hurts me.
I am. Do you have
You are
no idea?
definitely appreciative. You are definitely appreciated
No, I'm
by
not talking about
many of
within
people.
you. I'm not talking about you. You're like a small group of my family. I'm talking about,
Mhm.
you know what I'm talking about,
I know
the
what you're
big
talking
picture,
about.
right?
Yes.
So instead of them restricting my channel, telling me I do things that's basically, I had to show proof that people actually, I was told I was making up stories. These girls wasn't murdered. They didn't have proof. They did the whole, what's that thing, the check, the facts check. They did that on me.
Verified.
Yeah, they did everything to me to attack me. Then they blocked on certain. I mean, they have come after me. And about. I'm talking about behind the scenes.
Hmm.
I've been attacked
Mhm.
so much. I wish I could show you all these things I got for trying to keep girls alive. And then when it comes down to me, it's like, you know what? Let me just step away because
Okay.
I put myself out there, and I watch other people got the platforms 100 times bigger than mine, and mine's not big at all because I'm restricted. And here it is. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting no money. And my thing is, I sit out here on a platform to try to help other people stay alive, to show other people they can make it, to show all the younger ones they could do it. Don't give up. Don't do this. Don't do that. Do the best way you can. And then other people don't do nothing.
And also, I agree, Raven. I agree. I forgot your name. Le, Le, Le,
Leia.
Le,
Leah,
Leah, because I
yeah,
agree.
Leah.
Cause I agree though, because I mean personally, but I mean looking at us, like I look at us because like God gave me like say, hey, I can push on. You know, you take the
Exactly.
hormones. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time to operate your body. Gonna take time because it's like it's like you it's like you want to see a change. Like you want to see a change so bad. It's like you want to see a change so bad. Then you look in the mirror, you figure, oh, well, when the change gonna work? And then with them gone on the streets, and people call you that's bad, that's man. And then and like after a while I get to you, but after a while I just build you up more stronger. You think about it. hmm So I'm gonna say that's how I've been feeling lately, because that's how I've been feeling like that's how I've been feeling lately. I just want everything to. I mean, I take a hormone. I just want to, I just want to see I just want to see more changes in my body.
I
But
just
really,
feel like I'm sorry, no.
I mean, I'm only 30. I'm only 30 years old. So I am in good health. You know.
Are you talking about body work, girl?
I'm just gonna say, you guys, that even if Caitlyn did post about transgender issues and deaths and all that, do y'all really think that it's gonna change anything?
I mean, to be honest with you, she's an unnecessary evil. She's a necessary evil. The thing about it is, she got more people to open up about a lot of things. But what she did was she twisted. It's kind of like, this is how I see it. When I first saw about it, I was like, you know what? She like it, I love it. I could care less. Let's do your thing. Then all of a sudden, see, this is the thing with me, like you, Leia.
Mm.
You got younger people behind us, behind us.
Mhm.
Then
Mhm.
when she's making all this stuff like that, remember these young people behind us got parents that's not supportive. Some do, many don't. They
Mhm.
going on the street, they getting put out. They have to survive the best. So when you have someone on this platform that could kind of make things, but then you're saying things the opposite of what we're all going through, you're not helping.
Mm.
It
Okay.
can't be. It can't be about me. You got a young person
Mhm.
that wants to commit suicide. You got young people that don't want to be here no more. So when you are on the platform and you're not helping, when you could easily, and you refuse to, I don't have no respect for you. It's not about me. It's
Did you
not.
guys watch her show, I Am Kate?
Yeah.
How did you feel about her show?
I thought it was I
Mm.
thought it was gonna be something good. I really did. And then I started noticing when she was like, I'm a Republican, and she's like, I'm never going.
Mhm.
And I just said, okay. And they canceled her. The thing is, like whose side are you on? And then she was like, she wanted to vote for Donald. She voted for Donald Trump, and he took away all the rights for the trans and stuff. Like, what are you doing? Like, either you with us or you're not. Let me read some of these comments here.
Mhm.
Let me read some comments. So one, someone says, trans scared of their own kind. Keisha said, um, someone says, first of all, non-colored trans women don't even speak on trans issue, period, because they are entitled. Um, Mass media overlook Raven because she's not white and shows that I think Caitlyn and people who think like her would be better staying off politics exactly. Oh, what about Rose of Dawn? I don't know who that is. Dawn doesn't speak on the girl's death. I've heard of her, never watched the videos. Um, Trans scared of their own kind. There's a lot of transphobic, so-called trans women out there. Um, she's in her 70s. There is no way Caitlyn Mind's gonna change. It's a sweet soul. She welcomed NYC when she can be adored, protected, and taken care of as she deserves. It is difficult for me to feel safe when I'm shopping. Okay. I mean, it is. It is what it is. I just wish that I just find it amazing a lot of things. And like I said before, it's just my opinion. It doesn't have to matter, And for those I help, I appreciate it all. I do what I could do. But when the Lord tells me enough is enough, I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going, and I'm basically, if it wasn't for Leia, I'm just basically like drifting away slowly because it's like I'm mentally tired. I mean, I'm proud of all of y'all living your truth, and I want y'all to be successful. But everybody
Mm-hmm.
suffers from trauma, and I know I have my own trauma, tons, probably more than most. But it's a you have to be super strong,
Right.
and
Very strong.
some days you're not strong.
And I agree. And like if like what I said, it's like some days you want sometimes you feel like some days just break down and cry. And some days it's some days and there's some things people just wanna as people society just wanna talk stuff just wanna talk that stuff to you just just try to get you upset. But if you remember but you realize that what I'm saying, it's like a mind game. It's like a mind game. It's like a mind game from one shot to one society trying to it's like a mind game. So right. So now right, I told was Indian. I told was Indian. I told Indian. I told Indian. They talk all that stuff, but long they don't touch me. And touching me a problem. Though I told myself, I said no. I said no, girl. I said no, girl. I said in that girl, you keep pushing, keep trying, keep pushing, cause you trying for your life. You keep trying, cause in life too short. Life too short, so you see. That's try harder, keep trying. You're doing great.
Yeah, but I feel like I said before, I feel like everybody helps. Everybody helps. But
Mhm.
I just feel like when you get a girl up there at the top platform, but I always feel as though sometimes people could be on a platform that they're not going to shoot the girls down. Like I'll get one of your own to make fun of you. I'll get one of your own to go against you. It's sad, but there's always somebody that
Yeah, sad.
Okay, well,
yeah.
how do you feel about the GameStop incident with the trans woman that went in?
I heard about
With
Can
that.
we
who?
change the topic about Caitlyn and go to something else?
Okay.
The
Mhm.
trans woman that went inside of GameStop and caused the ruckus. I'm sure you've seen it.
I heard about
No,
that. Huh?
I haven't heard of this one.
How could you not
It's
have heard? Jeez. Basically, there was a trans woman that went into GameStop
when
who
is this?
basically, I'm sorry, did you say where?
No, when?
Probably last year.
Mhm.
And she went into GameStop and basically caused a ruckus, kicked stuff around because she was misgendered.
Mhm.
So I was
Mhm.
asking if you guys had seen, if y'all had seen that.
I think it's like honestly, I feel like this way. I feel like this way. Anytime somebody call you misgender you, to me, that's they respecting you. to me, that's like saying that they expect this person already that person, that stuff like get to you and they respect you feel like you may feel like you're less of a person.
The thing with me with the misgendering, I really could care less. I mean, to me, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like this is because people are going to talk about you no matter what.
Okay.
And with me, I just feel like this. I have to be responsible for my actions because my actions is not what they
Mm-hmm.
expect. So I just
Uh-huh.
try, I ignore it because I know I'm going to jail if I respond. So I have to just don't say nothing.
I agree, cause like, you think about it, right? When people talk about you, do all they're doing is, I'm saying, all they're doing is empty for your energy. But people, right, people, like you said, Raymond, practice ignore. Like you said, practice once you ignore them, give no attention. You know,
Yeah,
what
practice ignore.
right? What Kevin Gates said, don't entertain that. Don't entertain them. You give your energy to them. So I say like don't entertain them because you energy them entertain. So don't give your energy to them. Just say okay, yeah, well, good thing, okay, you ain't touch me, you touch me, it'll be a problem, okay?
Caitlyn said trans prostitutes should get a job and their choice doing that job. I'm not surprised.
And
That's
And it's,
another thing.
right, right.
Nova is not clear. The hardest thing a person can do is live, yet the easiest thing a person can do is live. I think you're doing yourself since it's one. I think you're strong doing the videos you do. Thank you, Keisha. Um, Someone else said, then Caitlyn has no concept about the games of trans women have no way exists. Don't
Mm-hmm.
go to jail. Anyway, how long we been on here? Okay. Lord Jesus.
Mm-hmm. But I agree,
So
but like, I mean, can sorry, I mean, like, cause I mean, for sex work, I feel like this though. I'm not sure for
someone
sex.
said
I mean,
your dog is cute. Layla, Princess
Thank
Leia.
you so
Leia.
much, y'all.
She said thank you.
but
Go ahead, Nova. I'm sorry.
I feel like it's like like for like for sex work, I feel like the guys, respect us. You know, like you'll get respect. Cause just it's hard out here. We trying to get a job. Then they call you, hire you. Then he goes through the whole process. Waiting for them to call you. When they call you now, I mean, you have bills to pay. What can you do?
So you saying that people call you up for sex but don't want to give you no money?
Right? For a job. Okay.
Are we
Then charge
Like,
them.
I'm like,
are we allowed to talk about SW on here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to know how you felt about it, Raven.
What sex work? I told you
Hmm.
I'm an easy person. My thing is this: I don't knock anything. I don't.
mhm.
I really don't. The only time I have a problem with anything with anybody is when you're wearing our face and you shooting us down.
Right.
Now,
Okay.
other than that, do what you want, but then don't wear our face. And then that you want, and by no means my voice is going to be so strong because who really cares what Ray say? But for me, it bothers me when I think of younger girls behind me that's watching this stuff that's going to catch mess from their parents that's watching this person shoot their child down and they're listening.
Mhm.
Now their child has to go through a whole bunch of trauma because they actually listen to this person. Because a lot of times people looking for people who agree with the parent versus the child. Then that child commit a
Mhm.
suicide or drugs. Then you know, I don't knock anything. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hmm. Right.
It's like the old
How about
say.
you,
I think
Leia?
I want to hear know what I had to say.
It's like right. It's like the old saying. You had to survive. Only that they basically had to try to survive.
The game shop.
Yeah.
She didn't say anything. How do you feel about the game shop incident, Leah?
I feel as though it was uncalled for. I feel as though, well, one, it's not, it's kind of like, how do we see it? It's like there's two sides of the story. The cashier is saying,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I didn't misgender you. And then the trans woman is saying that, oh, well, you misgendered me and FUCK off. And it's like, it became a whole scene that really wasn't needed. And it basically made our community look bad. And I kind of, in some ways, feel like maybe that person was hired to do such. That's just kind of how I feel. I don't know.
And they right. Okay, right. When they first recorded it, they started when she was acting fool. But 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 that didn't record. That didn't record when she walked in. That didn't record. With cat. That didn't record when she walked in. They did not record it when the person had a register saying something. They didn't do that. They caught the half part just to make it look bad. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Chosen said, feel as though it was staged. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just if you're gonna get upset with people misgender, you can be get upset a whole life because people gonna say
Right.
things whether you could be beautiful or not. People just gonna be mean. It is what it is. You just let it.
Okay.
It's how the world we live in.
People in the world. Mm-hmm.
What did we? Then we go to another subject. We were talking about something. Oh, sex work. Oh yeah, we went to
You had
sex
asked
work.
me. You had asked me how I felt about it.
Yes.
I feel as though, if you have to do what you have to do to survive in this world, whatever that is, you do it. Because there are people who won't give you $1 just so you can get you something to drink. There are people who, just cannot get by in this world because they don't have all the opportunities. They don't have all the resources. They don't have the family that can provide for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say.
I agree.
Um,
And I agree. And also, we have people with a reading disability. They making them read a whole. They're making them read things very well. So that might be on disability.
well, the thing is, like, my thing is like I always try to make sure I do is I don't put myself in people's shoes. Only time I get upset is when it's somebody who's on a higher platform. That's you. It's a lot of things I see I don't see, just like the whole thing with the girls getting attacked. What were some 3 girls that got attacked in California? I saw a lot more into that video that wasn't known.
Eating the doll and
Yes,
Yeah.
who
I
else?
saw the full video of it, and I was like,
Jaslyn.
oh.
Yeah.
I saw the full video. When I saw the full video, I didn't do an update because I saw too much. And when I can support my sisters all the way, and when I feel as though I have to get the rest of the story when they're not going to be looking at a great light, I don't finish the story. I just act like I don't know.
And
I saw the
and 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 when I first saw that video, it made me cry. It made me feel emotional. It made me feel like
yeah, but it was edited. That video was edited. That video was edited to the max. That's why they didn't take the case. If you saw the whole video, it was edited. It was edited down. And
When you say edit down, do you mean like the girls basically were
it
trying to
wasn't
hide
accurate
something?
at all. It wasn't accurate at all. What went out and what the whole video shows is 2 different things.
Mm-hmm.
When they saw
right,
her,
right. But right? They said the cops came. The cops went past them.
the thing is that's like the street, like a hustle street, whatever. And you got your guys at there, your dealers, and you got your friends. And to me, They already was in the car. They left. They came back to the same spot where they were all at. The black girl got out the car. She hit the guy, and she walked past. Then he threw this little thing at her, playing with her. It was like this little moped or something. He threw it, but they didn't show the part. She hit him first, but he didn't throw it at her to hit her. He just threw it. They was out there playing, and then it got all of a sudden it got real to the left. Somewhere along the line, it went to the left, and one girl was out there fighting by herself. God bless her, and the rest of them, Eden got robbed. But the thing is, the reason why I question this story was I've never saw people who get robbed knew their first and last names.
Did you saw the other video on YouTube? You know, this transgender girl. No, she was kind of, she was like short and this big heavy guy. Well, was trying to fight her. She did right. She did. She did head. She punched the heavy guy. She punched him so hard he got the foot out.
Take your time, honey. Take your time. The thing is, you didn't know the video, right? You didn't know the gun, right? The thing about it is, let me tell you something. The thing about the video was, I think it's still up there on the black girl's page. You can see the whole video. And when you watch the whole video, you'll see why the judge threw it out. Like they didn't have a case. And they wanted to sign a petition. But if you see the whole video without it edited, it would change your mind on it.
Can you speak on that a little bit about, the editing and what I'm not getting, I guess?
Okay, what I saw was them walking down the street, they was getting attacked. They got in the car, they left. The black girl got out, he threw this moped at her. So all you saw was attacks. That's all it showed. Now, if you go on her page, you're going to see them all hanging together. You're going to see her get the other black girl. She got in the car, they left. They came right back to where the guys was. Me, knowing the streets, I've never known somebody who's getting attacked who ask somebody to drop you off, you go right back to where you was attacked at, if you was attacked. You go over to the guy, you tell him to stop the car right where the guy's at. You got the car, you hit the guy, and he's like, so he throws his like little thing, of course he didn't throw that, and he didn't hit her, of course, you gotta watch it yourself. If you see the whole thing and you watch how it was edited, then you watch walking down the street, it's like, that's a dude, you're gonna watch that, you're gonna see everything. He was holding a hand, he was still holding a hand. It was edited.
I just want to say, from what I remember, because this happened, when did this happen? Like, last year?
I got it on my page, I did it. I didn't do the second part though, because I saw too much.
What I remember from the story is that somebody said something to one of the girls, and I think one of them got slick at the mouth, and that's kind of what started it all. But I also remember Eden going back for her phone that they took. And I also do remember the man holding her hand and then putting something at her neck or something, trying to basically beat her with it.
No, that's not.
That's what I remember.
No, the thing about it,
I've seen the video, but it might be the edited video that you're talking about. So
yeah, because when see this is the thing. I don't know if y'all know about the stroll. You know about the stroll, Leah?
The stroll, no, ma'am.
Yeah, the whole stroll. Where you stand out and prostitute. So y'all don't know about
do I know it?
It's called the whole stroll. The whole stroll is where girls prostitute on the streets.
What about that?
Do you know about it?
I very much know about it because I have a friend, like I said, who is in her 60s, who has had to sell herself on the street. And she has told me many a stories.
No, I'm asking you.
And I also know about Backpage and everything else. Prostitution.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you, do you know about it? I didn't ask you about what somebody else says. I said, do you know about it? That means, in other words, were you actively out there on the streets with it, when you know what's going on? Not calling you out, but I'm saying, because I've been out there and I know what goes on.
Mm,
And when there are guys out there on the stroll, those guys are selling drugs.
mm,
The girls out there making their money, guys are making their money. Everybody's making money on the stroll. So the fact of the matter is that you're a bunch of girls out there on the stroll,
mm.
and you go get in a car and you come right back to the same spot where they all at the same men are at. That means you're friends with these men. See, the thing about it is, if you was being attacked and you got in a car and you left, you would go to another location. You go somewhere else. You go home. But for them to get out the car and come straight right back to where they was at,
Okay.
and get out the car and go where they was at, that means you're
Right,
friends.
something is up.
That is the stroll. And they're not sharing everything when it comes down to that, in my opinion. I understand the
You know
stroll.
what I'm saying?
I know what it's like on the stroll. I've been out there on the stroll. I know what it's like on the stroll. I know a lot of drug dealers on the stroll. I know a lot of prostitutes. I know a lot of people out there on the stroll. If you don't know about the stroll, it's they all up there, out there all hours of the night. They know each other.
And they're still out there.
Right. But the thing is that the way they edit it, in other words, okay, let me tell you the example. Okay, you and I are talking, right? Then all of a sudden, you hit me, right? And somebody said, oh, shoot. So they hit the camera. Now they watch me hit you back. Now all they saw was me attack you. They never saw you hit me because they got the camera to press it when I hit you back. But if you go on her page, all the receipts is there.
This is how I feel about it. Honestly, for 3 trans women to go out and parade around and to sit here and want to be these hot little girls out on the street, out on the town, you're kind of setting yourself up as a target, especially when you have such big mouths and public platforms. That's just how I feel.
But I think it's like I said before, it's all about everything's about clicks and views and stuff. Listen, I saw the rest of the story. One girl just went on ahead with, I think in a cat black, she just put it out there. I didn't do the story. Like if I know my sisters are doing something that I don't agree with, I still have to have their back. Like I'm not gonna put it out there. I could have edited it up and showed them, look, y'all, Liz will wait with that. When I saw what had went down, I was like, okay, I'm out. I'm done. Because if you get the digging, you're gonna find stuff. And even though I may not agree with a lot of girls do little things, I'm not gonna put them out there. You know, I'm doing it now. But it's already thrown out now, so it don't even matter about it now. And the court already thrown it out. They got upset. It was like, well, if you were going to get upset, you should have kept the edited version. You shouldn't have shown big version, the full video. That's why people always say, if you have no Zoom video, they say, what the rest of the video? People want to see the whole video because if you can edit things up so well that it will look like you are either way you want it. You can be the aggressor or the target. And like I said before, nobody's going to. If I was attacked, I would never tell you, Leah, I need you to take me right back to the spot I was attacked. I'm going to go outside. Then I'm going to get out the car. You're going to take me. You're going to leave me right in front of them. I'm going to get out the car and I'm going to slap the guy in the head. After I slapped him, I start walking off. They edited all that out. She's walking. He throws his motor thing. He didn't throw it to hit it because he could walk right up here and just hit it with it. And they was being young. It got out of hand. Something went wrong.
Now, I'm going to speak on this because, like I said, from the video that I seen, I just want to finish what I'm going to say, okay? From the video that I seen, Eden went back to get her phone because there was important stuff in her phone that she could not get elsewhere other than her phone, and she needed it back. Now, if we put that into perspective of our own selves and we say, well, what if there's pictures of us from back in the day where, you know, our boy selves or whatever you want to call it, you know, and that's the only place where it is. You know, that's the only place. It's on your phone. Do you really want to throw it away? Would you not go back? But I also see what Chosen One has saying that they have staged that because, I mean, news speaks, followers, clicks. What is it? Nikita Dragun. It's a whole lot of. But
you was just teaching me about that tonight. Absolutely. You just told me that tonight. I never knew about the dragon. You was teaching me what it's all. I never knew about it. I know about it now. But like you're younger than me, so you can see things way better than I can. You know, so I rely to y'all to tell me stuff because I don't know a lot of stuff, and I don't front like I know of it because I don't. And y'all can teach me a lot. But the thing is, like, you know, I just sit back and watch a lot of things when it comes to a lot of people. And I just have to take a breather away sometimes because it become mentally exhausting when it becomes, you know, combative. And like I said before, every girl is different. But I didn't do the story in that one. And just like when it came to a lot of stuff I seen, I didn't like it. But I would never understand why a lot of girls do what they do. But I don't understand why. It's a lot of, I'm never going to understand. And it's not my job to. But my job is to get the hell away and leave. And that's what I do. I do. I get away and leave because it's not worth it. That's a good part of town. But it was Eden, no, the video guy. Yeah, she knew him. But see, that's the thing about being robbed. I've never saw a person get robbed and you know the first and last name and their pictures. In order to know this type of thing, you would have to be cool with them. I've never saw a robber on the streets where I knew his first and last name. Now you may know his name is D, or his name is K, his name is Solomon, some fake name, but you knew his whole government.
It seemed like what they did was put out the video, got the responses, wanted to see who the person or the persons were to identify them so they could take them to court to file a lawsuit.
The same day.
I don't know.
The same day. It is impossible for something. The only type of stuff this happens is if it's a domestic crime or I've never known people on the street when you get attacked by strangers, you know their first and last name the same day, within the same hour, not even 24 hours, everything. You don't find nothing a little sketchy about that?
I found the whole thing to be sketchy.
Okay. We can move on. Let's leave Eden the door because she's doing very well. She's making her money. Everybody seems to be except me.
I don't want to sit here and say that she's doing well, but you know, she's got her following and clicks and all that, just like Nikita does. But it's what are they going to do with that? That's where I'm at. What are they going to do with that?
Yeah, but they're getting paid.
Exactly. So why aren't they putting it into people like us?
Right. Thank you. Okay.
Well, you already know the answer to that because they don't see us, and they definitely don't see me.
Well, I see you. Nova sees you. All the people in the comments see you.
I'm talking about Lord Jesus, this girl. No, you know what I mean. Stop busting
I know what you mean, girl. I'm just saying.
But that's the thing about it. No, I appreciate it though. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. I hear you. I appreciate it. No, the thing is like it's mentally exhausting. You know how I feel. You're an empath. You know how I feel. I'm just like you. We get in our feelings. We hurt sometimes. Some things hurt us.
Okay.
We get in our like you know, we get in our moods. We just disappear. Nobody can find us. We don't want to be bothered. It's too much mentally, and it's too much crying. Like you cry behind the scenes over certain things. Lately, I've been really emotional, and I'm tired. Anyway, so that includes our thing for tonight. I am leaving y'all, and I appreciate you, Princess Leia. Thank you for teaching me how to say your name the right way. It helps, trust me. And
thank you for having me on.
I appreciate you, Leia. I appreciate you, Raiden.
Hi, Mama.
I said, I appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all too. I thank God for y'all. Because y'all the reason why, please, y'all the reason why I can be here. Because I would be alone if y'all wasn't existing. Trust and believe. I really do.
That's like, cause like, Raven and Leia, y'all gave me strength to go on. Like you gave me strength to go on more. Start thinking about all the changes because change is gonna take time. It's like
Yeah,
it's made me appreciate. Okay,
it's a process.
I have to be more patient with myself. Than trying to rush myself with everything.
It's understandable because sometimes we want things to stop. Like it's so many things I want, so I understand what you're saying. It's okay.
Mhm.
It's okay. You'll get there. It's a process. It's
Raven, do
just
you
which
feel as
part.
though there's more things to be said?
No,
Mhm.
where you about to go?
No, 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 not about the chat here tonight. I'm just talking about just for the public, for a listening ear, for somebody who doesn't understand or cannot comprehend what the hell it is we're even talking about tonight.
I mean, we
Mhm.
touched a lot of topics. We talked about the dragon. We talked about the tax, the SW.
Mhm.
We talked about the Caitlyn's because there could be more. Don't think she's the only one. There's gonna be more of her. And I just think it's important for other people who like to cross dress to realize that you just like to cross dress and not get
Mhm.
confused because then we have to watch these detransitioning videos because you're not a woman
Mhm.
and all this other stuff because you was misled. And I think it's important to bring the conversation out so men don't have to go through that to be called the trans woman. They don't feel like a woman. They're just like the way the material feels. So it's kind of like having a conversation to save them. They said that's how I feel. It's just a conversation. It's not an attack. The
Yeah,
only problem,
and
okay,
I'm sorry. You can go ahead and finish.
no bad.
I was gonna say, we had already touched on the topic of Caitlyn Jenner, but it's just, I, I don't know. I Like you said, there are gonna be more people that's gonna come out. We know that, and the fact that she even came out publicly is, you know, something to say. So,
Okay, but now the thing about it is, I just feel as though when it comes down to transition, a lot of times people transition and it wasn't informed the proper way. So what I try to do is talk about these issues. It's not an attack on Caitlyn, but it is an attack only because of what she's doing. And when I see it, the only reason why I get
Mhm.
upset because I get to talk to little young people behind the scenes when they're really young.
mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you, the worst thing you could do is talk to somebody very young, and you try to get into their heads, and their mind is made up. And sometimes the guy that's the bad person always wins with their ear versus what you're saying. They doesn't hear you. They hear what the bad person says. It's kind of like the thing of you got on a nice dress and everybody like, oh my God, you look nice. And then somebody said, oh my God, that dress is horrible. You skip everything everybody else said. All you kept thinking is the one person said to you, oh, my dress is horrible, right?
Mhm.
That's all. And that's the thing about it when I say of the younger people behind the scene, because they're really um, sentimental and very sensitive. And it kind of takes me back to the story of the trans kid who mother supported him and they kept going to the doctor and stuff. And the mother supported him and said, I'm gonna help my kid become a trans son. And she did everything right and everything. And she took him to the doctor one time and they misgendered him, call him a girl. And I don't know if you heard that story, but the mother was very supportive, helped
Mhm.
him everything. He went into the bedroom and he killed himself. And his mother was waiting to see him to come out. She fixed him breakfast, and her son was in the room dead. So even though she did everything right, her son killed himself anyway because a person got in his ear versus what she was saying. And the thing about it is, this is why I say it's important when certain people on platforms spinning out certain venom. Their younger children are going to catch the wrath of parents that agree with this person. Now, of course, I'm just one person, and clearly, I know you don't want me to say it. Doesn't matter. I know you wait. But the thing about it is, I try to think that way. That's why I always tell y'all when y'all talk to me, I have to respect you because you're my baby sister, but you're also my ancestor because you've been here before. So I have to listen to you and critique things from you and then don't get offended. Be a listen. You have to be a teacher, but a student at the same time. If that makes sense to you.
Mhm.
That's why I'm always willing to listen. And I always try to say, I don't want to make somebody's story about me. I want to hear your story and not take it personal because everybody's been through their own trials and tribulations.
Mhm.
And just because I deal with something a certain way, you may deal with something a whole different way. So I try to make sure I analyze myself within that. However, if you're a person on the platform and you shoot down somebody behind me that's a little one, it bothers me. Because I don't, that's my personal opinion. I don't want a little kid committing suicide. I don't want anybody to commit suicide. But I don't know how
Mhm.
horrific anyone feels when you did everything right and a mother is sitting up there with her son that's done killed themselves.
Agree.
That bothers me. That bothers me a lot. And I did this story on this woman and stuff. And a lot of mothers have hit me up behind the scenes of their trans children that killed themselves and stuff. And it bothers me. When you can't say nothing to can't say nothing to you can't say nothing to the parent, but just listen. You have to have a listening ear. Here he is right here. This him right here. Where's his mother? He killed himself. These are kids. These children killed themselves. Look at these. These are babies. These babies have killed themselves. These are children. They killed themselves. Look at this. And the mother did everything right. This is horrible.
Okay,
So
let me try. That's sad. It's
and
like
see, this is the
suicide. That was the way out.
but see, this is the thing when I talk about when people on higher platforms and they basically
Mhm.
um this bothers me a lot.
I agree.
When the parents do everything right, this is not fair. This is not fair. This is not fair. Especially this mother right here. This bothers me a lot. I'm gonna put the link in the box, so I don't want to don't play. I'll put the link in the box. See, this is the mother right here. This is the mother. She did everything right. They got a son. Now this is what she got from it. This is not fair. This is the
No,
mother.
it's not fair at all.
This is the mother. This is horrible. This is her baby. She did everything right. It's hard to keep tracks of all the names, sadly. Probably more suicide than actually reported, she said.
I watched a video before I got on live about Malaysia Booker's mom, and I'm definitely going to be sensitive to this because it definitely deserves that. But she was saying how, she really didn't want her child to speak out, and how she knew that not only was it hard for a black man out here, but it was the fact that it's also really hard out here for a black gay man that wants to be a trans woman.
Right,
And
excuse me. Keep talking. I'm
yeah,
listening.
so it's just sad that, I don't want to cry again, y'all. I just, she wanted the best for her child, which I think a lot of
I
parents
know I
do,
agree.
but some people just, they give up. Some parents just give up. They quit trying.
Mhm.
They think they're going to change their child. They think they're going to pray it out of them. They're going to send them off, and just, hope that the boot camp is going to, make it work and get it out of them. But it's just, sometimes it just doesn't work like that. And I know
Mhm.
that, Miss Booker, I hope that's her name. Sorry if you know, I just, that's sad, y'all. Because I know my mom,
Mhm.
I was going to say,
Go
I
ahead.
know my mom wants the best for me in this world. I know that. I know she loves me, and I know that she believes in me.
Mhm.
And I just don't want to be another one of the girls that Raven reports on. I don't want to be that. I don't want you to be that,
See, this
Nova.
is the
I don't
thing I'm
want.
talking about when people are spreading venom and stuff like that when it comes down to these
Mhm.
younger children out here. These are babies. Their minds haven't even
Mhm.
developed yet to the full adult teenager. They haven't even become a teenager yet. These are babies. At the age of 21, you think differently when you're 30. When you're 30, you think differently 40. It changes. But these are babies.
Right.
And the mother did everything right and the baby is dead. That's horrific for me. That's devastating to me. And then you, as a grown adult, saying you're a trans woman and you're attacking these children too, it's a problem for me. It's very personal for me because it is nothing like losing a baby. That's devastating to me, especially if you did everything right. I don't think people understand the magnitude of the problem I have with that. When you do everything right, and then you got to pick up your baby shoes and the baby clothes and put them in the bag because your baby dead.
Okay.
That is devastating. To pick
Mhm.
up the
It
shoes,
is.
got to look at your baby's shoes. That's too much for me. That's why I have a problem with any girl who talks and try to make it into a big joke or, I'm like, yo, these little kids out here, right?
Mhm.
You know that, oh, you're trying to push the gay agenda. You do know that there are gay people in the world. I know since y'all keep saying you push the gay agenda because y'all want us to sit out here and beat our wives and murder them and kill them and rape and, you
Okay.
must be like, and I just find it's just devastating for me because like I was telling before, they'll say, well, you pushing the gay agenda and stuff, and you should be more like straight people. Well, look at y'all. Y'all got it so messed up. Who wants to be like y'all? You should show us greatness to try to be. Who? It just amazes me how people think, but it amazes me that I know I shouldn't be sitting in those situations with people because I always told myself, when a person's mind is made up, I need to get going.
Mhm.
Why am I sitting here? But when it comes to my little brothers and sisters behind the scenes and have to watch them and then I just don't think people understand the magnitude of it. Bothers me immensely when you're constantly talking to a little kid and they're crying. It bothers me. And you got a grown adult that's attacking them. You're a grown adult, you saying and you're attacking them. It bothers me because now you're gonna have other children that's gonna make fun of this person. You got the parents, you got some.
Mhm.
Let's give it up for the parents that are supportive. God bless them. And I did this, but thank God for them. Because they don't never get the accolades for being supportive and all the stuff they got to go through and all the changes people want to take them down and stuff like that. God bless you, supportive parents of your trans and your gay children. God bless y'all that didn't throw them on the streets, so they murdered and killed. God bless y'all. Because y'all get to hear a whole lot of things about us that we don't get to hear.
Mhm.
Miss
So
Miss
God
Raven, can
bless
I
those parents. And hey, Lola,
Miss
the
Raven, I want to
best you
ask you, what is
still
your
call her
opinion
him.
on
She looks
children that are trans that are
she
young?
looks like really nobody will have to talk about the best. She still call her. Nobody will. So, but it was a trans kid. It was a trans boy. See, this is the thing. He wasn't even a teenager. He was a trans boy. He was a trans boy. He wasn't a trans. He was a trans boy. And the mother did everything right. But the thing was, the grown adults didn't. And this is why I have a problem with grown adults because they do a lot of destroying, but they don't do a lot of healing. And then when they'll go,
Mhm.
then they'll rather get to their attitudes and want to show how nasty they could be instead of letting the parent raise their child. But as a grown adult,
Right. Okay.
you shouldn't be in little kid business if it's not your child.
Mhm.
But as an
Okay.
adult, You making fun of somebody's child, which means your child is gonna make fun of this child, which means other children gonna make fun of this. This is too much of this one child. Even though, and the sad part goes back to what I said. You can say 1,000 things good about this child. That person said one bad thing. That's all they heard. They don't hear the good things about themselves. And that's who gets the win. I just don't think people know the magnitude of sitting in the kitchen, waiting for your baby to come out the room because you got the breakfast fit and your baby done killed himself. Can you imagine? Anyway, let me stop. I'm going too much now. I'm being had a stroke on this thing. Let's change the subject.
Actually, Raven, to end that
says Jenny had. Oh yes, they do. Thank God for them. They get educated. They got, and there's some. Leia, you got great parents too. Mother's very supportive. See, thank God. So do you, Nova. You have supportive parents. God bless your mother. Sure, you may not get along, but they're supportive. And the thing about it is they didn't throw you out on the streets. Sure they may get on your nerves, but they still, that's a good thing. In my opinion.
For me.
I think y'all can hear me? Leia.
I can hear you. I was asking if you could
Nova. Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, this thing done died, child. Y'all can hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I can hear you.
Can y'all hear me on YouTube?
I can hear you.
It's done died again. I'm about to go, y'all. Cause I'm not about to reload this stuff. Because it's acting funny again. So can you hear me, Nova?
I can hear you.
I'm come by Malaysia's mother at the funeral. Yeah, God bless Malaysia. She had that rough.
Raven, can you
To my Malaysian mother, she was very disrespectful to his. To Malaysia's mother, she was very disrespectful to Malaysia. Anyway, can y'all hear me? Because I think I'm about to go. Can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Y'all can hear me? I can hear y'all.
I can play on my phone.
Because they can't hear me on here. Y'all listen, I'm about to go because this is too much for me tonight. It's 2:02. I've been here for 2 hours. God bless you all. Share the video if you want. I don't know what happened. We was doing good. For some reason, something went wrong. I don't know. But thank you, Leia.
absolutely?
And thank you, Nova. I can't hear y'all, unfortunately, but I don't know what happened, but it just died. I don't know what. I can go for 3 times. Anyway, we talked enough. And thank y'all for coming on. And I appreciate y'all. Since y'all can't talk, when I have it up here, if y'all don't have no time, I appreciate it. If y'all have time, I want y'all to come on a lot of times if y'all don't mind. It's up to you though. Okay.
I don't mind.
We'll talk behind the scenes. But I appreciate y'all. So, and I want y'all to have more input and stuff like that. And also, I appreciate you taking the time. Remember, you're helping somebody. You may not know if somebody's watching behind the scenes. And we all see things differently. And there's no disrespect to any of y'all. Like I said, I appreciate y'all. Y'all my baby sisters. I'm not just teaching. I'm a student too. So y'all may have to come into the role and say, yo, Raven, I have no problem listening because I'm willing to learn. That's the only way I could grow is knowledge from y'all. So thank you, and Lux and Keys. So thank you and love you guys. I'm gonna go now. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night. And love you guys on YouTube.
Bye,
Have a good night. Hit the thumbs up, everybody. Hit the thumbs up. All right. Good night.
Right.